Alright, so up next on our long list of superhero movies that seem to just keep coming out is one that I was looking forward to. It was on my top 10 most anticipated of the year, and that was Shazam. So let's talk about it. Shazam! So Shazam is kind of a very unique superhero movie, and it's made by DC Comics, which is interesting because it takes a completely new angle on things, which is good. It needed to happen. And I would say this movie's kind of along the lines of Kick-Ass in terms of what kind of movie it is. It's kind of making fun of itself, but it's also has some serious moments to it. So the story follows Billy Batson, who is a foster kid who keeps going from foster home to foster home and can't find a good family that he wants to be with because he's still trying to find his mom. Then he goes and gets powers and becomes Shazam. And then stuff happens. Let's talk about some of the goods, and then there are some definite bads of this movie. First off, this is a refreshing movie. It's not like any superhero movie we've seen, other than maybe like Kick-Ass, but it's definitely not like anything we've seen in the DC Comics or the DCEU or whatever, or anything Marvel's even done. This movie is lighthearted. It kind of knows what it is. It doesn't completely know what it is, unfortunately. Zachary Levi is a great actor in this role, and so is the young Billy. I think they work together really well. And then the supporting actor, I can't remember his name, but he's Billy's best friend and kind of he's stepbrother, and or foster brother. Yeah, foster brother. He's hilarious, and I really liked him in this role. Mark Strong is the villain. You know that like scene 2, so that's not a spoiler. So the best part of this movie was him finding his powers. He becomes Shazam. And now he has to, like, learn about what powers he has, and the terms they use and everything is great. Like, the kid, his friend is such a nerd, he's like, you have bullet immunity, instead of being, like, bulletproof. Like, he uses all the comic terms that are, like, what he would be using. That's kind of the way that the older version of Shazam talks, is kind of like a 15-year-old kid would talk, or 14-year-old kid. So that was really good. That was hilarious. I loved the interaction with him and all his foster family, and all of them. That was really good. And then I really liked that this movie it wasn't a world-ending thing. Now, it could become a world-ending thing, you could argue, but it wasn't like aliens are coming out of the sky and the whole world's in danger and he has to save them. It wasn't like that. It makes sense why no other superheroes in the universe would have come to help. Because they wouldn't have known about it because it takes place real shortly. This movie's it doesn't cover that much time frame. So that's really good. And it was really funny. It was kind of enjoyable. You could sit back and just eat your popcorn and just enjoy the movie. Now, I did have some big problems with this movie. The first 10 minutes or so is the setup of the villain before you even see the main character. And I didn't buy it because it sets up this movie that's like dark and gritty and like evil. And the bad guy's whole storyline is evil and there's no jokes. He's like serious. And then on the other side you have Shazam, or Billy, who's like joking the whole time and being goofy and everything. And I can see what they went for, but it doesn't quite work. Because you're like ready for this intense movie, and then jokes happen. You're like, oh, okay. And then more intensity, and then it cuts back to Billy, and jokes happen. It just doesn't quite flow right. I think it was the pacing. I think the way it was structured could work, just the pacing of it just didn't work for me. And then my least favorite thing probably of this whole movie was the last 15-20 minutes. I thought that the final battle was just weak. It wasn't well choreographed. There wasn't like good action at all. It was kind of crappy action. And there was just some twists that I was like, that's kind of cheesy. Like, I'm not buying it. So I didn't really like that. I kind of got out of this movie going, oh, that was fun. Like, I didn't hate the movie. It was fine. It was pretty much flat, middle-of-the-road movie, but it's not that great, unfortunately. Some people will argue it's got like 90-something on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like, yeah, because it's a new take on something. But it didn't get me. I think it was 10 times better than Captain Marvel. Well, yeah, way better. A lot of that is because the charisma of the actor, and he plays it off really good. He's a great character. Overall, I would say this movie is a little disappointing for me because I wanted this to be one of my favorite movies of the year, and it just definitely was not. I think if they had tweaked a few things, paced it better, and gotten rid of the crappy action at the end, I might have left going, wow, that was a really fun movie. Now, I did only see it once. I just saw it today. and I'll probably watch it again if other friends want to go, and then I might come out if my opinion changes, which it tends to do a lot. Then I might come out with another video if I think it changed. But I just don't see my opinion of it changing. It was fun, enjoyable, you could laugh, but it'll be forgotten. It's typical for that kind of movie. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a stream it when it comes out on Netflix, which who knows if it will, but that's my rating. It was fine, but I'm not going to buy it because I'm probably not going to want to watch it again for a long time. Then maybe I'll be like, oh, I'll stream it. That kind of movie. I was a little disappointed, unfortunately, but it's still better than Captain Marvel, but that was honestly not hard to do. Did you guys see Shazam? What did you think? Did you really love it, or did you think it was kind of bland like I did? I haven't heard anybody that says they didn't like it. It's usually just kind of on the they love it, or they're just kind of like indifferent about it. I'm on the indifferent part of it. So let me know what you thought if you saw it. If not, I mean, it's way more enjoyable than most comic book movies, I think. It's just a fun time, but it was just kind of meh in terms of what it'll do. And here's another thought. I'm thinking about doing another channel called Whiskey Reviews, and that's where my friend and I sit down, drink some whiskey, and just discuss movies for like an hour or 2 hours, kind of like podcast setting, but we'll be filming it and we'll upload it to YouTube. Instead of doing podcast, you can just watch it. And we'll just talk anything, like maybe it'll be the downfall of Star Wars. We'll just talk about that for an hour. Or maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We'll just discuss things. And it'll just be fun. It'll be just super, just the two of us just chatting and having a good time. So let me know if that sounds like something you would watch. If it is, then that'd be great. If not, let me know, because I want to know what you guys would rather watch. That or me coming out with more videos like this. So let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.